What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Duran, and we're here to talk more Celtics basketball. Now, I get it, guys. I know. Just by looking at the title, everyone's just kind of scratching their head. There hasn't been a lot of optimism around the Boston Celtics this season. I get it. This team just has been inconsistent. They haven't shot well. But in my opinion, I feel like this team is a much better team than what they've shown in the regular season. I know everyone's going to call me a homer. I know everyone's going to call me biased. But in my opinion, they have shown flashes this year that they are a really good team. I think they're much, much better than what their record shows. I think this team has been affected by COVID, by injuries, more than anyone in the NBA right now. In my opinion, I think, and not even in my opinion, it's just what the numbers show they have. They've had the most missed games due to COVID out of anyone in the NBA. And then on top of that, you throw injuries in that mix. I think they've been at a disadvantage this whole season. I think that this team hasn't had a chance to really catch rhythm, get some chemistry together. And there's been a lot of low moments. Let's be real. There's been a lot of low moments, like at the basement level, like low. Like, you know, when you go in the sewer, like the sewer level low, like low moments, like first level low, like very low moments this season. But I still think this is a really good team. I still think this team has potential to make noise. I still think they have potential, is what I say. I'm not going into the season, into this postseason thinking, well, they'll just get bounced in the second round, even if they miraculously make it out of the first round. I think they have potential to make it back to the Eastern Conference Finals. And we're here to talk about what is their best route to get there. They don't really have many options. You know, when you talk about the hole that kind of dug themselves, it's either the 6 or 7 seed or it's the 4 or 5 seed. Which one is the better option? In my opinion, it depends where Philadelphia goes, where Philadelphia finishes, Marseille, where they finish in the regular season. Are they going to be the 1 seed? Are they going to be a 2 seed? That is big because, in my opinion, your second round matchup that you want, no matter who you play in the first round, you want Philadelphia. That is a team you've beaten twice. That is a team that you've owned in the postseason. You were in their head. That is the team you're more confident about playing. That is a team you're more familiar with. That is the team you want to play in the second round. And in my opinion, if Philly finishes in the 1 seed, which they most likely will do due to Brooklyn's, injuries and inconsistency with their roster, you want to get up to that 4 or 5 seed so you can see Philly in the second round. That is where you want to go. You want to be in the 4 or 5 seed, no matter how you get there. And it most likely, it looks like they're going to try and get to that 5th seed. That's your best shot, is to get to the 5th seed. And of course, you're going to be in a tough battle in that first round with the New York Knicks, it looks like. And honestly, I would want the Atlanta Hawks in the first round. That's like a better matchup to me because at least I know the Hawks don't play defense. All you got to do is get stops against the Hawks and they're getting blown out. If you watch any Atlanta Hawks game, any team that gets stops on them, stops them from scoring 100 points, they're losing by 20 points. So in my opinion, you want the Hawks in the first round, but if you have to play the Knicks, you'll do that. You'll play a gritty 6-game series against the Knicks. You'll do that in the first round just to get the Sixers in the second round. Because having to sit if they finish at the 6th seed, let's just say that they avoid the play-in, you have to play the Bucks in the first round. That's going to be a hard-fought match regardless. And I'll say this right here. They'll go 7 with the Bucks. They'll go 7 with the Bucks. And then right after that, after a 7-game series, you have to play the Brooklyn Nets in the second round. Now, the Brooklyn Nets haven't had enough chemistry. They've dealt with injuries too. But then again, you don't want to have to go through Milwaukee, Brooklyn, and then possibly Philadelphia to get to the finals. It's too much. It is a hard road. You are going to get burnt out and lose gas at some point. You just are. You're going to run out of gas at some point. If they finish as a 6th seed, it is going to be a tough uphill battle to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. They have to try to get to that 4 or 5 seed. Well, like I said, it really depends on where Philadelphia falls. You want that second round matchup with Philadelphia. Now, again, you don't want to play the Bucks in the first round either. But if you have to get Philadelphia in the second round, I'm all about avoiding the Brooklyn Nets. I want to avoid the Brooklyn Nets all the way up into the Eastern Conference Finals, or whoever has to play them. I want the Brooklyn Nets to play someone else in the second round besides me. I don't want to see Brooklyn in the second round. I would much rather have Philadelphia in the second round. So I'm kind of hoping for Philadelphia to end as the 1 seed and for the Boston Celtics to get somewhere in the 4 or 5 seed, because no matter what, that 4 or 5 seed, if everything breaks right, You want Philadelphia to be 1. You want the Hornets to stay at 8, or whoever gets at 8. They're gonna get blown out. You get Philadelphia to the second round. The 4 or 5 seed, you have to play the Knicks. You probably have a 6-game or 5-game series, a tough 6 or 5-game series. The New York Knicks have the best defense in the NBA, in my opinion. It's a tough team to play. They're annoying, they're scrappy, they score at clutch moments. That is a tough team to play. And then you get the Atlanta Hawks, a very finesse team. I think if you punch Atlanta in their mouth, they will. They've never been in the playoffs. Neither have the Knicks, but the Hawks really have never been in the playoffs. Their coach, who is still their coach? I'm forgetting right now. But their coaching, they're just not prepared. They're not. You want the Hawks in the first round. That is where you want to go. You want to get the Hawks in the first round. You want to get the Sixers in the second round, and then you want to get the Eastern. However, whoever ends up in the Eastern Conference Finals, just let the cards play. This is why we tie our laces up. This is why we put the jerseys on. This is why we play the game. You go to the Eastern Conference Finals and you let the chips fall where they may. But in my opinion, they have got to get to the 4 or 5 seed, and the Sixers in at the 1 seed. That's where you want. That's the matchup you want, because getting around 6 or 7 and then having to play, you definitely don't want the 7 seed, by the way. That's where they're right. That's where they're at right now. You definitely don't want to play the Nets in the first round. That's the big no. So you don't want to do that. You don't want the 6 seed because you're playing the Bucks in the first round. That's another no. So the 4 or 5 seed is really where I feel that they should fall. That's their best route. That's their best route to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. 4 or 5 seed, Philly, it finishes at 1. You get them in the second round, you beat them, and then you get to the Eastern Conference Finals. That second round against the Philly, hey, that's the best matchup you could have asked for out of the big 3. That is the best matchup you could have asked for. I get Philadelphia's talented, but you beat this team before. You beat them before. You know their personnel. The core of Philadelphia has not changed that much. The players around them have. The players around them have gotten better. But the core, you know that team at its core. But that is the route, and I still think this team has potential to get there. I know what y'all saying, y'all Lumga. I'm telling you, the Boston Celtics have a much better team than what they're displaying. It's just chemistry, rhythm issues right now, but they're playing much better, and you're seeing right now they're starting to look a little bit better. Fournier gets better. You get Jaylen Brown back healthy. You get some contributors. You see Aaron Nesmith coming along. So you're starting to see more and more of what you want to look like in a team. And hey, this is what the playoffs are about. This is really what it's about. No one saw Miami coming. No one. Not even me. When we got Miami, I thought we were going to finals. I'm gonna be honest. I thought we were going to the finals. When we got Miami in Eastern Conference, I thought we were going to the finals. I said, this is a sweep. But that's why we play the game. That is why we play the game. Well, let's go ahead and wrap this one up. As always, guys, I have nothing left for the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.